It's 9 a.m. on May 14th, 2024. My name is Matt. Wizards of the Coast just dropped their May 13th, 2024 Magic banned and restricted announcement, so let's talk about it. In prior BnR announcements, the prior one in March, WotC said that they were watching Orcish Bowmasters due to saturation concerns. Separately, in a livestream, they stated that they were going to address the issues with stickers at large at the time of this next BnR update, or the one that was yesterday. Stickers and attractions, mechanics from the most recent unset, Unfinity, is that they were both difficult to implement on Magic Online to create parity between the Magic Online and paper formats, and they created additional friction in paper play with players having to present a sticker deck or to think about the attractions. Wizards eventually brought the most played sticker card, Mind Goblin, Mind Sticker Goblin to Magic Online with some changes for ease of implementation on the client. During the livestream where they said that they were going to take some action of some kind, they were pretty vague on details surrounding what that solution might be. Speculation in the community ranged from speculation about an errata for the paper cards to match the online implementation, all the way out to an outright ban of all sticker and attraction cards. So let's read the BnR update, and then I'll share my thoughts on it. Legacy and Vintage. All cards that bring a sticker or an attraction into the game are banned. Sticker Goblin has become a reasonable card to play in Legacy, and that's leading to some awkwardness in tournaments. Not only do Goblin's players need to create and bring a sticker deck, many decks that feature clones, such as Phyrexian Metamorph, feel obligated to bring sticker decks on the off chance they're able to copy a Sticker Goblin. Players must present these decks at the start of every match, regardless of whether they have any cards in their deck that can interact with them. The primary goal behind making some of the cards in Unfinity legal was that sticker cards and attractions could be played in Commander. But there's no existing way to make a bunch of cards legal in Commander and not in Legacy. We had thought about the power level of those cards was low enough that if people tried them in Legacy every now and then, it'd be a fun surprise. We missed on Sticker Goblin though, and now tournament players feel obligated to interact with the sticker mechanic. We think that this is not a healthy or fun dynamic to happen in paper or in digital play, so we have decided to ban every card that creates a sticker or an attraction card. We considered banning all side decks, but that is more difficult to align with how that functions between Gatherer, Digital, and Tabletop. When we released Unfinity, we knew that partial legality in Magic's broader formats was an experiment with risks. The concept of widening a set's appeal to more players is at its core a good one. Moving forward, we won't be revisiting this kind of experiment anytime soon. Looking at impact, they've effectively banned Sticker Goblin and a few very marginally playable attractions cards in Legacy and Vintage. I think the reasoning for this decision is correct, but I think that the action taken could have been a little bit better here. Stickers and attractions are pretty miserable to deal with in paper play, leading to players feeling like they should present a sticker deck even if they're not playing sticker cards for either bluff factor or the as aforementioned Phyrexian Metamorph clone type effects. I agree that this adds additional steps to playing the game without adding any fun or really meaningful dynamics to the format. I would have preferred an errata on Sticker Goblin and banning of the rest of the cards. Sticker Goblin was a really core card in Turbo Goblins and had seen some play in some Red Storm decks. I think the Red Storm decks will survive with some minor changes, play some maybe Desperate Rituals or something else like that. Probably not, I'm not a Red Storm player. But Turbo Goblins is now in need of a really major rework, and the Fast Muxus versions of Goblins may just simply not be playable at all anymore. I don't really like the impact of this decision as it punishes Goblins players for the sins of WotC. The Goblins Discord channel yesterday was full of so many people being, they were so graceful, but they were sad, and I think that that's understandable. They weren't playing the best oppressive deck, and out of nowhere, their deck was gone. From a competitive standpoint, the deck was strong, but it was in no way oppressive. Let's look at the sort of remainder of what WotC had to say about the format. Legacy. With the banning of all sticker and attraction cards, we expect a small shakeup in the Legacy metagame. When we last discussed the format, we mentioned that we were keeping an eye on Orcish Bowmasters and how much influence it had on Legacy's core blue-centric gameplay. Clearly, Bowmasters, and Grief as well, is a big player in the Legacy metagame, and they are cards that we'll continue to monitor for their long-term net fun as inclusions in the format. Grief has popped up recently as a powerful alternate form of attack in Reanimate decks, giving those strategies a lean tempo game as well as the ability to go way over the top by reanimating a more traditional target like a Atraxa Grand Unifier. Historically, Modern Horizons sets have had the ability to influence Legacy, so we'll see how the format evolves as it absorbs Modern Horizons 3. So, like they said, WotC is continuing to monitor Orcish Bowmasters, and it seems like they've added Grief to their watch list. I've made data-based arguments in the past for why these cards are not too powerful for Legacy, and they shouldn't be banned based on their saturation or win rates as of present. This is an argument that I stand by, like a month later. If action is to be taken on these cards, it should be, I think as Wizard states, for their long-term net fun, which is, my god, the driest way they could have possibly said that getting scammed feels bad. Fun is subjective, and the only thing I really worry about is that banning cards because they aren't fun could be a slippery slope that leads to more and more fun-informed bannings, and that, folks who are often the loudest are a smaller minority of the player base, so that's something that I worry about. They also mentioned that they expect Modern Horizons 3 to have some impact in Legacy, which based on the last two Modern Horizons sets, I would say that makes sense. I've got some thoughts on this as well, but I think I'm going to share that in a separate video. Overall, I think this was the right call, but I would have preferred a solution that didn't kill Turbo Goblins in the process. It's possible that we'll see a resurgence of Boros Initiative or Vile Goblins to fill the vacuum, but we're just going to have to wait and see. What do you think of this announcement, and what might fill the space left by Turbo Goblins? If you want to see my discussion of Orcish Bowmasters and its bannability, check out this video here, and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. Thanks for spending this time with me.